Hello and welcome, dear viewers. For this lesson, we are on episode 7 for the IELTS preparation. Yes, I almost forgot. And yes, episode 7. So hopefully the students will join shortly and we can begin. So let us wait for a few moments. Hello, Ksenia. Good evening.
Hello, Alan. Good evening. It was some problem with connection again.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
From your side? So you couldn't join?
From site Langleo.
I see. I was wondering why there were no students joining.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you join?
It was a new button, free 2 lessons, so I use this button, but I also have half year free, so it was one chance to join the lesson, to type this button or use this button for free 2 lessons.
Very interesting. I don't know why that's happening. Hopefully the other students that are trying to join won't have any difficulties like that. So, yeah, how was your day? What did you do?
I worked. I don't know how to say walked, like go for a walk, and walked is job. And people always think that when I say walked, I go for a walk, but I walked. Yeah, walk.
Okay, I will try to explain it to you. All right, so when you go for a walk, you know, for a walk,
yeah,
we say walk.
Walk.
Yeah. Now this is the British and Australian pronunciation. The American would be a little bit different. And if you want to use the other word as in a job, yeah, work. So we have walk and work.
Yeah, work. Work.
Or yeah, the Americans would pronounce the R, you know, a lot more distinctively. So they would say work. Work and walk. There's a big difference then. The Americans have quite a clear distinction between those two words. So you remember the one with the L is just walk, walk,
walk,
walk. It's prolonged, yeah, walk. I'm going for a walk later on tonight. Or I'm going to work or work in the morning. Yeah, so maybe that helps it a bit. So walk is longer, and work, you say it's shorter.
Yeah.
And you can include that R pronunciation when you say I finish work at 5 p.m., for example.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, no problems. Hello, Julia, and hello, Alex.
Hi, Alan, Ksenia.
Hi, Alan, Ksenia, and Julia.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Did you have problems joining as well?
No problems.
For me, yes, I have some problems. Something with the billing, I think.
With the billing, yeah?
Yeah, I have unlimited access for 3 months, but now I have 12 lessons, or 3 or 2. I don't know. Well, for some reason. I hope they fix it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just something minor. That was.
Really? I noticed the pop-up which gives me an information that I have a free 2 or 3 lessons for free.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Really? Because actually I agree with the pop-up. I mean, I push OK button and I see that my unlimited success still value. I mean, the number of works is more than 100 and it's okay. Didn't you check it in the right corner, up corner?
Yeah, I have minus 14 lessons.
Really? Minus?
Yeah.
That's funny.
For it's until 25th December of 2040.
Okay, I don't
Something
know.
strange going on.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it. They'll
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
it soon. Yeah, it's something. Don't worry about it. Don't get too wound up about it, or
I
don't
see
get too worried
they
about it.
made some changes for main page, and I
Yeah.
think it's correlated.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. So how was your day, guys? What did you get up to?
Ladies first.
Julia.
My day. What was my day?
Better. We saw you in the morning, so it was a little bit better, I think you said.
Yes. Nothing special. I just made some review and check some idioms, and that's all.
Okay, cool. And Alex?
Well, I was at work, and we saw a speech of our president for 4 hours. We saw it, and that's all. Yeah, and I on the way at home, I finished book that I was reading.
Which book was this? Is this a?
Wait a minute. Yes.
Check for translation.
I'll give link on the wiki. So maybe it's better in English. There is. It was my wife's idea to read this, and it's very interesting book, I think. It's very big, about 936 pages. US Handbook and edition.
Yeah, this is an Australian.
Yeah.
Book.
I don't know. You know something about this author? No? Gregory David Roberts.
This was published more than 10 years ago, but it rings some bells. But no, I don't think I've read any of his books. Yeah. So you finished it now?
Yeah.
And you find
it was very interesting.
Good. Okay. Yeah. It's quite a big book.
Yeah.
Almost 1,000 pages.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, how long did it take you to finish it?
I don't know. Maybe a month. Maybe less. Maybe.
How many pages do you read a day, or did you read a day?
Well, I read
on average.
A day. I don't know. On my cell phone, it has 3,000 screens, I think.
Oh, I see.
3,030, 86.
Is it written in English?
No. It's translated in Russian, but yes, I read it in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's quite difficult for me to understand everything in English in this book.
Yeah, it'll take much longer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. That's really cool. All right, and let's welcome Pavel. Hello, Pavel. Welcome.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Everybody.
Hi, Pavel.
Hi, Pavel.
Hi.
So, I see you discussing your CAE. You haven't received the results yet. You have to wait another month, at least.
Yes. But I felt that it.
Are you confident about your?
Not at all. Actually, it was very hard, especially a use of English task. It was almost impossible for me.
Wow.
I've heard this section is expected to take out of the window. I mean, to remove.
To be removed.
To be removed, yes. Is it true?
I'm not too sure about that. When did you hear this?
They promised to remove from the next year. I mean, this year is coming up.
2015, yeah?
Yeah, that is why I thought maybe at the end of 2014 they probably remove it. I don't know. I don't remember the source where I get this information, but
it definitely would help.
Yeah, probably.
It wouldn't be as difficult to pass it.
Yeah. Yes, but the other part, I think it was okay, especially speaking and reading and writing for me. Listening, it's also was hard. I think I need only 60%. Maybe I passed. I'm not sure at all.
Let's keep our fingers crossed for you. Hopefully things go well, and you can be surprised positively. When it comes to the 2nd of February. And so how have you been, Pavel? How's everything else going?
Everything goes well, I think. I'm fine.
Well.
The weather is fine, but I have been prepared for my future defense work, so I'm a little bit tired.
Oh, okay.
Defense work? What does it mean?
Yes, I'm going to graduate from college, and my final
diploma or something like that.
Yes, defense of diploma.
Mm-hmm.
Final qualification work, I have to defend it before the commission of 5 or 4 teachers.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. So there will be 4 or 5 teachers watching you, or
they are going to ask me
assess you
question, yes, and I'm going to defend my work.
Okay.
To answer it properly, to defend my point of view, something like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's very good. So now you're a bit tired. I see. Yes. Yeah. Well, hopefully the weekend is just around the corner. You can have a good rest over the weekend.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah. Over here, actually, it's been strangely warm. Today was about 14, maybe 15 degrees, believe it or not. I can't believe it. It's 18th of December, and in a couple of days' time, it's going to be the shortest day of the year, and which should be the coldest, right? And we're having almost 15 degrees. It's. I could have walked out without a jacket today. That's how.
Wow.
It was very cloudy, rain, a few showers here and there. Very cloudy. There was no blue sky to be seen at all. So I don't. The humidity must have been trapped in the atmosphere. So yeah, but yeah, let's hope for some snow so we can enjoy and finally build some snowman. Yeah, snowmen. Yeah.
Snowman.
I can't wait. I haven't built one for ages. Yeah. All right, guys. Let us get started before we drift off into another topic. So, where are we here? I need to open this next one. Give me a second. So we are now on the 7th episode of our. There it is. Oh no, it's the wrong one. That was infinite. An infinite loop. How about that?
It was great.
It was nice to see, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, an infinite screen share. There was no end to it. Okay, so we are on episode 7, like I said. So I will play it for you guys. Pay close attention to it, and then you can give me your summary or analysis of the video, as always. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, I'm Margot Politis. Welcome to Study English, IELTS preparation. Today on Study English, we're going to practice using the words some and any. We'll also build up our vocabulary with some words about space and astronomy. But first, we're going to meet a planetary geologist who is fascinated by the planet Mars.
Mars is still a fascinating place. In the solar system, it's one of the most interesting places where there may be life apart from the Earth. We want there to be Martians with spaceships, ET, flying saucers, UFOs. We want all of these things. It's frozen to a depth of about 7 kilometers at the equator, maybe 20 kilometers at the pole caps. So there's a very thick frozen layer on Mars. The people who talk about water flowing to the surface of Mars underestimate how cold the planet is.
These scientists are hoping to find out about life on Mars. They're looking closely at the landscape and similar landscapes to try to understand everything they can about the planet. Listen to Dr. Hoffman talking about how the landscape of Mars was formed. Pay special attention to how he uses the words some and any.
Well, if we look at the picture here, cutting down through each of these gullies is a little black channel that's bulldozed its way through the snow, carved its way down, and pushed the snow aside. Then each springtime, part of the snow collapses as it warms in the sun. It doesn't go through a liquid phase, it goes directly from solid to vapor, boils away and falls down the slope. And then you have this tumbling mass, a little avalanche of some snow, some rock, some sand, some dust, all churning up together. What I have shown with this work is that the structures that we see in Antarctica are a good place for life to be if there is life on Mars. It would be very primitive microbes. There wouldn't be any sort of multicellular life there.
In English, we use the words some and any to talk about how much or how many of something. Some and any are called determiners. They tell us something about the quantity or amount we're discussing. Listen to how Dr. Hoffman uses the word some.
It doesn't go through a liquid phase, it goes directly from solid to vapor, boils away and falls down the slope, and then you have this tumbling mass, a little avalanche of some snow, some rock, some sand, some dust, all churning up together.
He says, some sand, some dust. The word some suggests an indefinite number or amount. It's not specific. We use it when it isn't important exactly how much or how many we mean. So you might say, I'd like some milk, or would you like some tea? Some is usually used in affirmative clauses like this. There are some letters for you at the post office. And we also use some in questions that expect a yes answer. For example, would you like some help? Yes, please. However, in negative constructions, any is more commonly used. Here's Dr. Hoffman talking about his work again. Listen to how he uses the word any.
What I have shown with this work is that the structures that we see in Antarctica are a good place for life to be if there is life on Mars. It would be very primitive microbes. There wouldn't be any sort of multicellular life there.
He says there wouldn't be any sort of multicellular life there. Any is common in negative sentences like this. For example, I don't have any money. So while some is most common in affirmative statements, any is most common in questions and in negative statements. After words with a negative meaning, we use any. Like this, you never have any money. There's hardly any food left in the fridge. When we use some to talk about a restricted or limited amount of something, we put the stress on the word some. For example, I like some Chinese food, but not spicy dishes. Or, I can eat prawns, but there is some shellfish I don't like. When the word any is stressed, this tells us that we're talking about an unrestricted quantity or unlimited choice. For example, you can borrow any book from the library. I don't like any films made in Hollywood. Astronomy is an important and popular science. Building your science vocabulary, especially your vocabulary about astronomy, can help you to appreciate science fiction films and books, as well as media stories about space exploration and new discoveries. But there are so many science words. Where do we even start? It's important to learn how to organize new words logically and to develop strategies to help remember these new words. Listen to Dr. Hoffman talking about the possibility of life on Mars.
Mars is still a fascinating place. In the solar system, it's one of the most interesting places where there may be life apart from the Earth.
Dr. Hoffman talks about Mars, the solar system, and Earth. Of course, our planet is called Earth. There are 9 planets in our solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. It's important to learn all those names in English. Here's another clip. See if you can hear a word that is developed from one of the planet names.
We want there to be Martians with spaceships, ET, flying saucers, UFOs. We want all of these things.
He talks about Martians. We form the word Martians from the noun Mars. Martians are creatures from the planet Mars. We can extend our vocabulary about astronomy by looking outside our solar system to our galaxy, the Milky Way. We can also include words like comets, asteroids, stars, moons, black holes. Let's watch that clip again. Listen for some other words related to space and space travel.
We want there to be Martians with spaceships, ET, flying saucers, UFOs. We want all of these things.
We heard Martians, spaceships, ET, flying saucers, and UFOs. ET stands for extraterrestrial, another name for creatures from space. UFOs stands for unidentified flying objects, things from outer space that fly through the sky. They can also be called flying saucers. You'll notice that in the story, the term UFOs is pronounced UFOs. We usually say UFO. That's all for Study English today. Let's quickly review the topics we've looked at. First, we talked about using the determiners some and any. We learned which one to use and how to use stress to change meaning. Then we talked about how to increase your vocabulary by learning groups of words. Today we looked at space words. Don't forget to visit our website. You'll find more tips and exercises to help you improve your English skills. It's at abcasiapacific.com/studyenglish. And I'll see you next time for more. Bye-bye.
Okay. There you have it, ladies and gents. So let's start with your summaries. Let's see. Julia, you can be the first one, please.
This video consists of two parts. The first one is about determinants, and the second one is gave us a wide range of vocabulary about space exploration. And if to speak about the first part, we were given the information how to use determinants some and any, and some is used more common for affirmative statements. Yes, and any is more common for questions and negative statements. And as for the second part, we can see such new words as Martians and galaxy, and some interesting vocabulary about space, extraterrestrial, for example, UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Yes.
Good.
Black holes and others. That's all.
Very good. That was really well done, I have to say. Your intro was spot on, flawless, I have to say. Really well put together. And yeah, you've given us brief details about what she discussed. Very good. Pavel.
Yes.
Give us your...
Okay. I have to add some information about determiners. Some actually express that quantity is not important, and an example is, do you have some coffee or something like this? And any expresses that you have unlimited choice, or you can borrow any book from the library, something like this. And I can list all the planets of our solar system.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Okay. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto.
Was that 8 or 9?
8? Really? Mm,
Were you guys counting?
No.
Uranus maybe missed.
Yeah, I counted 8.
He's after Neptune, right?
Okay, start again.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto.
That's it. Okay, good. Anything else?
That's it. No, that's it.
Lovely. Okay, thank you very much. That was good. All right, Ksenia, give us your summary.
Its topic was about determiners. We use determiner some or any when we want to talk about how much or how many something or something. We use some when we want to talk about not specific, and we use some in affirmative cause commonly. Also, we use some in question when the answer might be yes. Any we use in negative and in question.
Very good.
And some information about stress. When we stress word some, we mean that it's a restricted quality, and when we stress any, we mean that that is unrestricted quality.
Well done.
Yeah, that's all.
That was really well done. Thank you very much. You have broken down the grammatical explanation of the determiners. Very good. Alex?
So the topic was about determiners, words some and any. We using these words when we when for us not important quantity of something, some rocks, some dust, some molecules, some coffee, and so on. We using some when we we using some when we talking about something positive to have, and we using any in negatives and in the questions. And like Ksenia said, we sometimes we using stress for these words. So I can't explain it right now. And we have some astronomical words. Martians, solar system, galaxy, comets, asteroids, black holes, and etc. I think that's pretty much of it.
Yeah, that was good. Well done. Thank you, Alex. Now, as we know, as we've heard now, when it comes to some and any, yeah, these determiners, for questions, yeah, we say we use any and negatives. But what if somebody's offering you coffee?
Do you want some coffee?
It's a question. Why are we saying some? Who can explain this?
Because the possible answer should be yes.
Very good, Ksenia. That's exactly it. Because the answer is expected to be yes, or even if it's no. Yeah. Or would you like some sugar? Would you like some milk with your tea? These questions, we use some because the answer would be
yes or no.
Yeah. It's expected to say, oh, a quick yes or just no. No thanks. Oh, yes, please. You know. But usually, in any other question, we use any. Okay, so let's have a look at the study notes to look at some of these examples. Okay, so here we go. So these determiners, they introduce noun phrases. Okay, so that can be articles like a friend, demonstrative adjectives, this friend, or quantifiers, some friend and any friend. So the latter determiner, as the term indicates, tells us something about the quantity. Okay, so let's have a look. So there are a variety of different quantifiers, but they are commonly grouped as follows: some and any, much, many, a lot of. So we have little or few, no and none, all and every, both, either or neither, and others. So when speaking and writing, whenever we use a noun, deciding whether a quantifier is necessary, and which one for that matter, may often have to be made. Okay, so these notes focus specifically on quantifiers, some and any, and how they're used. So let's look at these examples here. Yeah, this is just a quick tip. So while both some and any refer to an indefinite quantity, remember that some means part or not all of something, and any means all or none of something. Like Pavel, you said that at the beginning of yours, I believe. Also, some is commonly used with affirmative statements, while any with negative and question sentences. So here we'll look at these quantifiers now, some and any. So some indicates there is an indefinite quantity of something or an indefinite number of things or people, usually used in affirmative statements, used with uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns, used in both stressed and unstressed forms. So let's look at these here. So on the left we have some, the grammatical structure. So some plus the plural or uncountable noun. So I left some apples on the table. Okay. They did some homework in the learning center today. So the meaning is it's referring to an indefinite quantity. Okay, straightforward. Then we have offer requests. This is what I spoke about to you just a few moments ago. Would you like some tea? Also, would you like any tea? So both are acceptable. So in reference to offers, requests, invitations, suggestions, which can be used in question sentences where a yes answer is expected. Okay. Shall I order some biscuits? Could I have some milk, please? See this here, you're asking the waiter, could I have some milk, please? Do you think he's going to say no? Of course not. He will say yes. So this is one of those questions where it's expected, you know, to hear the yes answer. But not, could I have any milk, please? So this is a no-no. We don't say that at all. Okay, then we have some more. Jill likes some vegetables. There was some water in the kettle. John can't eat some types of dairy products. So here, some is stressed. John can't eat some types of dairy products. So you must stress this. Your intonation goes high. Okay, and that refers to a limited quantity or type of something, like specific types of dairy products. So we can use them in both affirmative and negative sentences, yeah, as well as questions. So moving on, still on some. Some plus countable noun. I spoke to some consultant over the phone. Again, we stress some. I got it from some shop. I got it from some shop. So if you say I got it from a shop, and you say I got it from some shop, there's a bit of a difference there. Yeah. If clauses. So if you need some money, please let me know. Actually, here you don't have to stress it. We just say if you need some money, please let me know. Not if you need any money. If you need some money. So that's a hypothetical quantity. Some of the tickets were sold. I drank some of the tea. So we have of that we include. Okay, right after some. So here you're referring to certain quantity. Then we have the beach is some 20 kilometers from the city. So here we use a number after some. I bought some fish but couldn't get any chips. Aha. Opposite of some is no or not, then any. I bought some fish but there were no chips left. Okay, so this indicates an opposite meaning. So we don't have time to go through every single one of them, but these are just some of the examples. So there are many, and I want you to go through them when you have some spare time and study them carefully to see how you can use them. Because once you understand how to use some and any, and when is the best time to use it, and when to stress some of these, then your language will just increase so much. Yeah. So here we have some more with abstract, uncountable nouns. Some advice. You've heard that plenty of times. Because we can't say advices, we can use some. And concrete, uncountable nouns. Baggage, cash. I need some cash. Do you have some I can borrow? Okay. With phrases, sometimes, some more, and then some to some extent. Someday. I'll come and see you someday. All right. Any. Let's quickly look at that. Indicates an indefinite quantity of something or a quantity of something which may or may not exist. Usually used in negative statements and questions. Usually used with plural and uncountable nouns. Used in both stressed and unstressed forms, just like some. So, like above, we had any plus the plural or uncountable noun, which is a question. So, are there any biscuits left? Do you have any information on that? Okay. Not plus any plus a plural or uncountable noun. There aren't any tickets available. So this is a negative now. Yeah. Or no may be used instead of not. So John doesn't have any patience with his students, or John has no patience with his students. Both are acceptable. However, in formal written English, no is preferred, the no structure. So if you're writing in an IELTS exam or something like that, this is preferable. So use he has no patience with his students. And so on and so forth. So yeah, I will give you the link for this, and you can download it and then you can study it in more detail. Any questions on these at all?
No.
No, I've been talking a lot, I know. But don't worry, now in the next 10 minutes we have 4 activities. So this is where you get to put in some practice about some of these.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, happy days.
Yeah.
Happy days. Okay, so Yeah, this is pretty much the last page. Gives you some more examples. Okay, so let's look at the activity sheet, and we will start from the very top. So here in the first activity, correctly use some or any to complete these sentences. So fairly straightforward. So Alex, go ahead. Give us the first
Do you have any MP3 players left? No, we sold the last one yesterday.
Good, excellent. Why do we say any here?
Because it's negative form.
It's a question.
Yeah, it's question.
Yeah, it's a question, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any MP3 players left? Yeah, very good. Excellent. Second one, Ksenia.
Michael doesn't drink some alcohol, not even wine.
Why do you think it's some?
Because it's restricted quality. And I stressed it. No?
But what about this word here?
Okay, that is it meaning. Any alcohol.
Yes. Any, because it's a negative sentence.
Yeah, alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the main ruling. Once it's negative, or it's a question, and the question is not, a yes is not expected, then we know we have to use any. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Pavel, number 3.
I like some reality TV shows, but definitely not at all. Not all. So some.
Good. Why some?
Because we speak about quantity and unrestricted. Oh, so restricted quantities.
Restricted. Very good. So he's saying, but definitely not all. This is a clue.
Not all and no and not no.
Yeah, and not any. only some specific reality TV shows. Yeah. All right. Very good. Next one, Julia.
Mm-hmm. Can we get together later today? Anytime will be fine with me. I don't know why any, but I feel that it should be any here. No?
Yeah, any is correct.
Not sometime. Sometimes it's another meaning, but anytime it means all time.
Is there a restriction?
No.
No, it's unrestricted. Yeah. So if you were to say sometime will be fine with me, that means okay. So what time then? If you say sometime, that means you're referring to a specific time, a restricted time. If you say anytime, that means
no,
whatever.
No. Mm-hmm.
Whatever time you want, I'm okay with it. So here we can say anytime. Yeah, so you have to understand the sentence and the context of it. Yeah, even though this is a positive sentence, we still say any because actually we're saying an unrestricted time. All right, Alex.
Could we get some fresh air, please? The heat in this room is stifling.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Why is that? Because it's some unrestricted and quantity is not important for us. Any fresh air, some fresh air.
You're correct. It's some. It's a question.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with restrictions?
No.
Not necessarily. No.
Mm-mm.
So what kind of a question is it?
Yes or no?
Yeah, the answer is expected to be yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's positive. So if you ask this, it's like, could I have some sugar, please? Could I have some milk, please?
Yeah.
Obviously, oh yeah, right away. Just a moment. So this is like a request. You're requesting someone to open the window.
It's easier to say than to explain why.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's basically yes is the expected answer. So we can use some. All right, Ksenia.
Some researchers say obesity is a major epidemic among adolescents. Some?
Some. Why some?
Because it's restricted.
Yes, excellent. That's exactly it. Some researchers say obesity is the major epidemic among adolescents. Yeah, not all, but some. And not any random researcher. It's some. So specific researchers. Certain type, perhaps, of researchers. Okay, number 7. Pavel.
The hotel rarely has any rooms available facing the beach. I think it's any because it's the same. The hotel has no rooms available facing the beach.
Ah, good. The hotel rarely has any rooms available facing the beach. So it's almost none, yeah? Yeah, good. That's good, excellent. Okay, number 8. Let's speed it up a bit. Julia?
The job application required some management experience because it's affirmative statement, and it means definite some kind of restricted maybe experience.
Yes.
A quantity.
Yeah. So it's the job application required some management experience. So some,
Not all.
not a lot, but some management experience. So they're talking about experience, management experience. So how much management experience do you have to have? Just some. Yeah, you see the point?
Yeah.
So not much, just some. This is what it means here. All right, number 9.
They can catch some train into the city, I think, because catch is the word. They can take any train into the city, but in catch, if the catch word, I think so.
No, we'll have to disagree with that. Alex?
So, any.
Any would be the correct one. But why do you think any?
Because not important? No.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not important. Any train that you catch will take you to the city. So there's no restriction here to a type of a train, maybe, or only the train that's coming from this, from this way. This is the only one you can take, or only 2 trains you can take that are going this way. No, any train that passes here, you can catch it and it will take you into the city.
Okay, I see.
Okay, and the last one.
It was any market researcher who did their survey. The same situation as the previous one.
No, that's not.
No?
No, not in this case.
Some?
It was some market researcher.
It's count, it's not plural.
No. Market researchers, 2 market researchers, we can count.
But it's single, no researcher.
It's singular, yeah.
I don't know why some.
Okay, who can explain? Who thinks they know the answer?
I think it's about. It's not important what or whom. Who is that market researcher?
But why we use any with train, but train it also not important. What train, but market. It's also not important, and why do we in this case we use
Because,
some?
okay, the first one here with the train, we're talking about quantity. So any train, it doesn't have to be just one. Here, it's one researcher, but it's not important who. So we say some.
Very thick difference.
Yeah, there's no quantity in question here. It's one researcher, but who it is, it's not important. So we say just some, you know, some person, some market researcher who did the survey. So it takes.
Is it correct to say any market researcher can do it?
In this case, yeah, a quantity plays. It's like the first one. That's the example of the first one.
Yeah.
Any market researcher knows the answer to this. Then you're saying, you know, quantity is in question, and basically it doesn't matter which market researcher. Any market researcher can do this. Just like any train you catch will take you into the city. All right.
Yeah. Actually, the last one sentences is an intensifier construction. That's why I understood that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We underline that this researcher. We don't know who, but somebody just.
Yeah, it's not important who did it. It's the important thing here is that the survey has been done. Yeah, it was completed. You know, but it doesn't matter who did it. It's done. Okay. All right, guys. So we have activity 2, 3, and 4. So you can do them in your spare time and get back to me on those. See how you did, because this will be very good practice for you. Any of, some of, any, some. So pretty much continuing on that. Okay, so I'll give you the link for that. Here it is. So click on it and download it, and then you can practice some more. Okay, guys, so any questions?
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, you've done well. Honestly, I have to say you've done well. You know, sometimes we get a little bit confused about which one to choose, but it takes practice. And have a good look at the study notes. That will, you know, confirm your understanding, hopefully, and reassure you. Okay, guys, I'll be back in an hour. If you're free, I'd like to see you. It'll be good to see you in the next lessons. Other than that, if not, have a good night.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.